So just going to do a short video on how to fade the treat bowl in. So it's effectively how to teach the dog to leave the food, but without teaching to leave it, and without teaching teaching it by covering up the food bowl and waiting until it gets away using extinction, or without removing the treat bowl. Okay, so we're going to do my best. I'll talk through the process of how we get him to leave that treat bowl or not engage with it. So really what we're doing is we're using the treat bowl as a distraction against the behaviour that we're training, and if he leaves the treat bowl and does the behaviour that we want, then he gets reinforced for it. So I'm just going to run through that and see how we got on with it. Log in. So all I'm doing here is I am marking and reinforcing him for lifting his head in the presence of this food bowl. Okay, now I'm going to see if he offers something, and what he should offer is a sit or a down. There we go. So if he does the behaviour that I'm wanting, which is sits there and waits for the treat, then he gets the treat. So I can make this a little bit more challenging. So effectively what I'm doing there is I'm building this as the behaviour with the treat bowl as a distraction. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so that was marking him for looking away or towards me. So that's again, that's eye glancing towards me. So a little bit more challenging again. Lovely, son, had a boy. Good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself away from the treat bowl. So you start at your dog's own level, okay, so sometimes you might have to have the treat bowl away over here. And this is pretty high value stuff, it's pieces of sausage or cooked meat. Now, the question that gets asked is what happens is if at any time he gets up towards that treat bowl and takes the treats. And the answer is he gets them. Okay. So what tends to happen is that people want to know, well, what's the sanction for, good boy, what's the sanction? Lovely. Good boy, good lads. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's left in there. Okay, so that is, okay, so that was full, okay, and it's now, and that's pretty high value. You can see there, okay, that's decent sausage. Okay, so it's meat love sausage. Good boy, pal. There boy, all done. Good lad, push the ball. Okay, so we make it really easy for him at the start. Okay, what I might have to do is I might have to have the treat bowl up on the couch, and I might have to start here. Okay, so I click, click, go back and get a couple of treats and bring it back, and then I can fade in the distance between the two of us. Okay, and this is stuff that my friend Sarah Owings, who's a Karen Pryor Academy Clicker Expo faculty member and Tromplo trainer, helped me with. Okay, now through that whole session there was no mistakes. There was no trying to reach for the treat bowl. There was no its, there was no leave its. There was no me removing that treat bowl or covering it away. Okay, so the whole thing there was done with positive reinforcement, and you saw. Now we're practiced at this. I'm showing you how we did it. Okay, so we've done some work with it. As I said before, the question that comes up in it, I presented on this topic in this year a couple of times, and the question that was asked, well, what happens is if he does get up and take that treat bowl, he gets it. Okay, it's not the end of the world. So you look at how many clicks I've done there. Okay, and even if he had failed that one time and got up, that's one compared to all the number of times he was successful. Okay, so that's what we're looking to achieve. Us as humans concentrate on that one bad thing, okay, the one mistake, okay, but let's concentrate on all the good things. And it's just information for us that we did too much. So he was too tired, we'd done too much training, the motivation wasn't there, we haven't been high enough with our rate of reinforcement, and so on. It's just information for us. Don't get caught up in that one thing. Oh, he needs to know what he's done wrong, and he needs to get that taken away from him. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so that's basically how I trained that. Yeah, so try that with your own dog. Stick some video on, so do some training sessions with your own dog, and try some video with that. Let us see it and give us some and I'll give you some feedback. All right, thanks for watching, guys.